Welcome everyone to episode 3 of Passing Time. We are very, very pleased to have our third guest, Mr. Chris Hall, who is the day shift supervisor for our excellent custodial crew at Cumberland Valley High School. He actually asked me, why do you think people would even want me on the show? And I said, well, because you are seen by the students. You do a super important task. And you're a really cool guy, so I want everyone to know that. So welcome, Mr. Hall.
Hi, thank you. I appreciate it.
We will jump right in. So many people might not know that you are actually a CV High School alumni coming back to be an Eagle. So what or who inspired you most when you were here at Cumberland Valley High School?
God, most of these people aren't going to even understand that I had some of these teachers that I see and communicate with every day are people who taught me as I was growing up. So I'll give you like two of my most influential would have been Rob Martin, who was my phys ed teacher, and Levi Mumal, who helped me with football as I was growing up. Two big things in my life at that time.
Yeah, Mr. Muma and Mr. Martin are actually still around. Mr. Martin more surprising than Mr. Muma, but they're definitely still influencing students. Awesome. What do you miss most about coming to the high school every day?
The kids. It's cool to have every day living here around my own kids, but every day that I go into work, it's awesome that I don't know what's going to happen every day. The smiles that I get every day, the camaraderie there between the staff and the students is insane. 9 years before coming here, and I'll tell you, it's totally different, two worlds. Cumberland Valley has embraced me like I was just another person. It's a really great atmosphere. So I just miss that in general. Every day having a purpose like that. But my kids are my number one purpose. So.
Excellent. So speaking of CV and successes, this is my nice transition here. Is it true that 2 years ago you single-handedly led Cumberland Valley High School's team to victory in the first ever Cumberland Valley Central Dauphin Thon rivalry game?
I didn't do anything single-handedly, and you know it. It just hit me with a streak where there was no way I was missing that bucket, and I forget what the total was, but it was crazy for the amount of time. So, but everything I put up went in. It was crazy.
Yeah. So interesting that we got to pick our names, and you chose White Cloud, which the crowd was chanting. Is there a story behind that?
Simplified story would be I got it from college. Buddies picked it when we were on our way to an N1 Mixtape open run, which is, crowded and, crazy. They have a mic and, the guy's down on the floor and he's hyping everybody up in the middle of the game. And it's pretty much like a one-on-one battle, but the points still matter. And that's where I got the nickname. My buddies gave it to me. And then when we got back to college, they were like, dude, that's sick. You got to just stick with that. So it just never left me. Even when I got back home, news travels fast. So it became that thing.
All right. Well, I would prefer that we don't discuss the second game of the rivalry. It is tied. I can say it's tied. It's 1-1. So I know everyone is looking for the rubber match next year with Central Dauphin. So we can look forward to that. So speaking of free time, how are you filling your free time right now, Mr. Hall?
A lot of landscaping, things around the house that just don't get done. Fitness is a lot more prevalent in my life than it used to be. Teaching my kids sports, which is huge. A little mini me playing basketball, so he's becoming pretty good. So I'm enjoying that. That's really something. You never dream about that when you're growing up, that you're going to have somebody who's just like you, and it's crazy. He's just like me in every way.
So he takes a lot of ill-advised jump shots. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. and I can see it when he's doing it, but I can't see it when I'm doing it. I don't know what it is, B-Rob. Sorry.
All right. So this is my high-tech So that's the
I
word.
know that sound all too well.
That means that we have 1 minute to wrap up here and get to our destination point, which is ending this interview. So can you give the people out there some of your quarantine binge recommendations? Movies, TV, streaming, books, whatever you're doing. Give some recommendations.
We're big movie buffs in my family, so we watch movies and shows like crazy. If you have Netflix and you haven't watched The Tiger King, please watch it. It's incredible. The shows that I like the most that we've been watching: Sons of Anarchy, Vikings. Vikings is amazing. Movies, we like anything that's funny. So, I mean, but outside of that, we've been watching shows left and right. Netflix is pretty much an everyday deal here.
But anyway, well, thank you, Mr. Hall, or as we know you, Chris, for coming on our 3rd episode. And we've ended each one with a digital high five. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a high five. And we look forward to seeing you back in the high school soon.
All right. Can I leave one last message?
Of course.
To our seniors who didn't get a chance to graduate, it was a pleasure meeting all you guys in my stay there at Cumberland Valley. I hope you guys do something great with your life and just stay the path. Enjoy yourself. Life is fun if you make it. Don't get frustrated over the little stuff. And to our underclassmen, make sure you guys get there and watch us win against Central Dauphin this year.
That's a great way to end.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Yep.